Hello, amigo. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is episode 820.4. And of course, this is a Weed Nerd World. It is a Monday, so hopefully, you guys have had a great week. Hope you check in with a few cool weed nerds. SM.
What up, man? You there?
I hear you. I hear
Huh?
crickets and Mr. Smiley. I don't see you. There you go.
What up, man?
What up?
Shit. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not getting notified here.
I think YouTube's mad at me again for some reason.
Uh-oh.
Love hate
Even on my subscription page, you're not even up.
Huh?
You're live, right?
Yeah,
I don't see it.
it's up and everything.
Huh.
Hey Novum, Random Family Farms, martial artist, Justin. Oh, Justin changed his name. What up with that, Justin? Mrs. Justin's Meds. Here's you guys. Smoking Girl Frasia. Probably be nimble, be quick. Or probably be quick, be nimble. I said that backwards. Cheers to you. Hey, no. What's up? What you smoking on tonight?
Oh, I got some hippie goggles rolled up, some other shit. I had to type in search, like my subscriptions didn't show you there being live. I had to like type in Eagle Gardens to get it to like pop up. So it must
You know me, I don't really like to talk about that shit, but man, just last week alone, the show got reported like 50 fucking times.
really.
Yeah, for no fucking good reason. Just random bang, 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 bang. The other day, they were fucking coming up in my fucking notifications like popcorn and shit. Bang, 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 bang. I was like,
Wow.
holy fuck.
For what?
So
Does it tell you or?
no, no, not really. It just says we've age restricted it, so it pissed somebody off. All right, whatever. But that's probably why, or has something to do with thereof. Anyways, how was your weekend?
Oh, that's pretty good. It's laid low. How about you?
Pretty good weekend myself. Fucking went down to Paw Paw Friday, and then Saturday I kind of sat around, got stoned. So stoned, in fact, I smoked. I did that sunset, and I had me a couple edibles that day, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I smoked that big fat donut pre roll there, and got all fucked up. End up coming back here. I was in my deepest apologies, Mr. Ron Hall, who did not get interviewed Saturday night because I passed out from edibles.
Oh, so, that's funny.
Yeah, I definitely came back from like the sunset. I was like, just a quick little nap, and woke up like fucking like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I was like, ooh, shit, rats. So yeah, I fucked completely fucked that one up.
Yeah, it happens.
But overall, it's been a good weekend. No complaints.
Uh, Garden's fucking booming, man. We've been pulling all kinds of shit out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest yield so far? I mean, I'm sure weather plays, you know, a hand in that, but is any one thing like really producing right now?
Tomatoes and beans.
Right on.
And I had a late start on zucchini, but those are really throwing down right now too. But they're yeah, they're later than what they normally should have been. I would have had a bunch of zucchini already too, and cucumbers.
Like zucchini. Zucchini was another one of those like vegetables that as a kid you couldn't have fucking made me eat, but later in life I'm like, you know what, zucchini is pretty fucking good. Yeah.
Hey man,
I've learned to appreciate it in my older age. I guess that's all I'm saying.
yeah, it's growing on me more and more. We're gonna have enough of it. So. I like zucchini bread. The zucchini bread's good.
My dad used to make a zucchini casserole that was really good. It was layered slices of zucchini with cheese and corn and a little bit of everything in it, but it was delicious.
Pretty sure you can make noodles out of them and shit too.
Yeah.
So we'll have to figure something out if we get a bunch. I don't know. But tomatoes have really been throwing down. We've got quite a few. Just well, with the rain and shit, we weren't out there harvesting them, so we had a couple of days now, and we went out and pulled a shit ton tonight. It's fun though. I just like growing shit. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, it is nice. I find that the vegetable garden every bit as municipal as, a weed garden. The weed garden a little bit more so because the end products and what it does for me, or what I get out of it, I think. But there you can definitely lose a lot of anxiety, even just getting out there and fucking weeding. You know what I mean? Just not even thinking about anything else but the task at hand. Soothing. Well, days and a little bit of moon rocks before the show there. That's what we're calling them. That's what I would call that as moon rock, I guess. It's
those
taking me
are
there. I guess
moon
that's
rock.
what.
That's the one where they dip the shit and then coat it and.
Yep, yeah. I don't know. I mean, technically, they are supposed to be like a bud rolled in keef or whatever. And you're like, better not do it that way. There. Thing's just more oil than it not, though, man. And I ripped off a little chunk of that bitch and threw it in my pipe. Seems like forever ago, and it's still just a ball of oil in the pipe there. Although it did give me feeling pretty high. Yes, wasn't bad.
It's all right, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I always thought, that it was supposed to be strange Pacific too. So I thought it was supposed to be, if it was whatever strain times whatever strain times whatever strain, not just a bud rolled in oil rolled in keef, but I thought it had to be sour diesel bud times sour diesel oil times sour diesel keef to make it a moon rock. But I'm starting to wonder if that applies, if it's just oil and fucking keef now.
It's just a
And
fake
again,
rock.
why?
Get your fake rock out of here. It's got to be the real deal. I'm sure there was different versions of it all over.
Well, I thought that's initially the way it was supposed to be, but these days I just think it's whatever. Yeah, it's just oil, buds rolled and oil and keef these days. Uh,
Suppose though they're doing that shit with like adding terps back in and like infused pre-rolls or whatever. Like,
that's gonna be legal cannabis right there. That's gonna be a bunch of autos or just mids harvested and like fucking ground all together, and that's fucking gonna come down a conveyor belt, and fucking they're gonna be like, oh, this is OG Kush, and then they're gonna be like spraying it all down. Fucking all right, what do we got next? Sour diesel, and we're gonna just like a fucking like in a fucking factory now change.
like
Now it's
Krispy Kreme donuts and shit, they're getting glazed.
we're gonna need a die change on number 6. We're going to OG Kush now. They're gonna wipe down the equipment and bring in a big vat of fucking terps and shit.
Yeah,
Well, it's good. That's yeah. I think that's what it's gonna boil down to, though, for real.
I can see it. I already seen some shit where they're automating putting the soil in the pots or the media in the pots and like conveyor belts that are running that shit all the way out, fucking placing them in the beds and like, yeah, they ain't gonna need shit from us.
Sad. Sad. The heart of like legal cannabis, not even just legal cannabis, the way legal cannabis is treated is just like sad. It is becoming very much a cookie cutter, you know, system to where nobody even gives a shit. It's just another product on the shelf. They don't understand what we put we here. Nobody wants to fucking necessarily buy into the perpetual times perpetual, but anymore it's just the box, and in the end product it's the box, it's the picture, it's the wrapping, you know what I mean? It's even getting even
Celebrity endorsement
less and
on
less,
it. It's fucking
but
Snoop shit, man.
yeah, yeah, I mean the
Awesome.
breakdown of what's actually in that thing is nobody's even giving a shit anymore. It's going to become, and I'm guilty of this price point. What can I get for my budget? What's the most I can get for my budget? I don't care if it's sprayed turds. Tastes good and got me high, huh? That's what it is. I don't know. I don't. I have no confidence in the future legal market.
I'm just glad I can grow my own. You know?
Yeah, that's going to count on us too to stay active in legislation. Otherwise, soon as legal cannabis does get their foothold in from coast to coast, we won't have that option either. I think
That'll
so.
be
We got to
sad,
stay
man.
active.
You know, that'll be a real sad day.
Yeah, I agree.
'Cause that's all I'm growing right now is my head stash, so shit.
What is your favorite in the head stash these days?
That's a tough question, man. Um, I don't know. I guess it depends what kind of flavor category you're talking. Like. I've been digging the Crippy lately in that like rubbed gas kind of category, like almost chemi kind of a thing. And it's definitely a nighttime weed. Like that shit fucking knocks you out, dude. It's like if you smoke it, you're just chilling on the couch, like ready for bed. Like
That's a definitely good. I can see how that could be a good end of the day after work joint. Just wanting to just relax and fucking be like, yeah, I'm home. Yeah, kind of just let it
Not
all
after
out.
work if you're trying to get something done after work. That ain't the one. It's the shutdown weed for sure.
I told you that from the first time you passed me some of that. I was like, man, it's all good, but I gotta stay away from that grippy, man. I fucking,
And
like,
it's a
it's
creepy
good, but
like
man,
that too. It sets in like a little bit later. It ain't like it ain't like it gets you right away. It's like 10 minutes later. You're like, holy shit, dude, I'm ready for a nap.
my bar must be a little bit later there because anytime I've smoked it, it's been like mid joint. I'm already like, yeah, okay, time to time to re-unwind a little bit.
Yeah. But I still really dig the peanut butter jelly breath right now. That one's one of my favorites to
That's
smoke.
one of the more, that's for sure. That shit is definitely very good on the old palate. Definitely enjoy
And
the
there's
flavor a little bit.
Raspberries, Ghost OG, Skywalker OG. It's like, how do you pick, man? Like, how do you pick? That's why I have so many still. I can't pick. I've lost a couple every round. I figure that's just the whatever. This like what is it's selective pressure, I guess, is what's gonna pick for me. I don't know.
Right on. Yeah, I can get that.
But I got a bunch of new ones I'm trying to run through too, so you get that too. You can't keep them all. Like,
That doesn't make it any easier right there. We know how that process goes. One new strain can quickly blow up a room in keepers. Or until some firm decisions are made. Moon Rock's heady.
it's getting closer.
Froze? There he is. Yeah, you were froze there for a sec, or I was froze, one of the two.
I keep pausing. I think my internet's all for whatever reason fucking up now.
It could have been me for all I know. Mm. Mhm. That is the never ending ball of oil, though. I give you that.
Yeah, this is like
Shit, I can't
modern
even.
cash bowl.
Yeah, it's close.
Never.
It's very comparable. That was a fun day. That was a fun day right there. I tell you what, if I could go back, I'd take that dance with fucking what do you with Miss D's Nugs. That was a fun day. I know that was gonna be my only op. I'd have took that dance. That's a lesson in life in general, though, man. Fucking, we're faced with a lot of decisions, and we'll be like, nah,
Yeah.
not today. There'll be other chances. We always think there'll be more chances, more opportunities. But is that always the case? Is that always true? Can we count on that? I don't think so. We don't know for sure. Why put it off, I guess. Oh. Are you gonna be in Clio this year? You going to Clio?
Yeah. Yeah, we're planning on that one. We're not gonna make this weekend, but we're gonna be at
Oh,
a Pink concert in Chicago. Get Wrigley
snap.
Field.
Nice, nice, nice. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, it should be fun. Jessica's all wanting me to get her on her shoulders, but she's too afraid to practice. I'm like, so we're just gonna go there and that's gonna be the trial run? Like, you don't want to practice that shit beforehand? Like, I know I'm good with it, like pretty confident I can put her up on my shoulders, but imagine there'd be a technique we'd want to run through, dry run, for in front of everybody.
Just stand up real quick and flip her off backwards and shit. At that crowd, at that point, I'm sure there'll be a crowd there. I mean, that it might just turn into crowd surfing at that point. Who knows? Uh, I'm agreeing. I'm in agreement with you, though. I think a once or twice free show would be like, yeah. Fuck, I haven't even put like my. When was the last time even your grandson you put on your shoulders? It was like, hey, let's go.
He gets up there fairly often, I guess. Not so much anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's big. He's getting big fast. But plus, he don't sit still that long. You get up there, he's like, all right, put me down. Wants to go run. Like, all right, I'm done. Let's go. I haven't
I
seen
got
him
to
in a
hang out
while.
with little chick
Been a few
and
days.
play a little. It was fun. Eagle looks like he's wearing a bulletproof vest. It is not a bulletproof vest.
It
Some
does
days I
kind of
think
look
I
like
may need one.
it does kind of look. That's funny.
Chris Joe can come back on anytime he wants to. I don't know why I haven't been too heavy on lining up the interviews lately, but it is past time to get a bunch lined up. We passed that. But
Yeah,
if you have a line in, Chris, and he wants to, tell him to give me a call. We'll figure something out. You know what's gonna be in my fucking stops I want to make this year? Mila's coming. So and doing the Dabadoo thing is coming to Michigan. There wasn't when I talked to her about 2 weeks ago. I don't think there was a firm date set, but it's definitely happening.
that's her like festival thing or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Hell yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah. It'd be super cool. I'd love to meet her face to face.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
What? Another 10 minutes, I think I might be through that little bit of hash ball there.
Impressive.
I have been working the gauntlet the last couple of days. That's
Maybe
for sure.
like running different types of stuff or what?
Well, I was asked to be a judge for the up and coming Spectrum Cup, so I've been running through some entries there. But
It's the one this
definitely,
weekend.
yeah, it's the one coming up this weekend down on Rainbow Farms there.
That'd be dope.
Finally, finally got a good in. I was talking to some down there, but when I went this week, they're going to be able to get a good interview with some of the family that still remains there at Rainbow. So we'll be able to get a good rundown of what happened there. You know, a good account and up. You know, the revalidation or resurgence. There we go. Save my tongue a little bit of Rainbow Farms today. You know what I mean? Rita Violet. I'm not even gonna try. There we go. Cheers,
What up?
cheers,
What up?
Seth.
Good.
How you doing?
How you guys?
We're revitalized. That's
Pretty
not
good.
bad.
Thank you. I was trying. My tongue just hit that mid-syllable there. It just refused to break it up for me. What you smoking on tonight?
I'm smoking on Jelly Bean Lime.
That's
Oh,
not
nice.
Still the Jelly Bean Lime. Hey, I got a update on remember Emma, DOA's daughter?
Yeah.
So she graduated
Yeah.
high school and enrolled into college. I think she's gonna go to be a nurse, and she's like moving out, which is pretty cool, getting her shit together.
Nice.
But we got our new address and stuff, so I got a shout out to DOA right here. Here, check this shit, son. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
That's a
some
nice
fucking.
cucumber.
That's a big ass cute, bro. Shout out to DOA. Just add water, bro.
Yeah, mine are behind a little bit. Mine are real little. I was talking about they gotta grow yet, but it's nice. We were looking in the or Jessica mentioned she was looking back on it and she was canning a bunch of them this time of year last year.
Yeah, this year I think it's because of the amount of rain we got. They must have just soaked it up and blew the fuck up.
Yeah, the whole garden has, dude. We've gotten a shit ton of rain. The garden just loves it. Everything's green and lush and growing like crazy. I figure it since I added the garden gnome though, since we put it was about when we put the garden gnome in there. It was like July, 4th of July, about that week. Had to be.
Every garden should have a gnome. Every garden should have a gnome. Indoors or out, you should have at least one gnome running around. No?
Yep, I'm sold on them now, man.
I've
Turned my garden around adding that, dude.
Uh-oh, the law's rolling in deep.
Yeah, it's just life in the ghetto over here.
Yo, duck down.
I'm just waiting for my dogs to start howling. They howl with the sirens all the damn time.
For all the Massachusetts and surrounding weed nerds, a week and a half till Turptown Throwdown Festival. We also got September 16th, the Boston Freedom Rally. I got all jealous because you guys are hogging Mendo dope, so I'm working in the background trying to get them to come here now.
Modern, if
You ain't hogging all that.
Back a little bit to Clio there. Modern is already trying to find a campground in mid-Michigan towards Clio there where all the weed nerds can camp up there in Clio. So you want to organize, if you're coming to Clio and you'd like to camp and you're trying to organize a little bit, hit Modern up and see if he's found a campground yet. Or if you know of a campground that's weed friendly, weed nerd friendly, let us know.
I hear you can use that space like between railroad tracks. There's like 6 feet from a railroad track that you can use. That's that is just
Lay
fucking
on the tracks.
Last time they had stories of the train about to run them over.
Oh man, I hear the train was brutal. The last thing, but obviously I can sleep through a train. That
Train
was
wreck.
my bad lesson. Yeah. Cheers, Justin Bean.
So tomorrow, Mega Millions, 1.5 Billy up for grabs. Grab your tickets.
Seth, are you doing like a booth at that Freedom Rally and all that too?
I don't booth at the Freedom Rally because it's like way cooler just to walk around it.
Yeah,
I will be boothing at Turptown, but not the Freedom Rally.
That's cool. That still goes good for you.
No, not really. I kind of just, so this is a 2-day festival, so I just set up my booth and basically don't sell much of shit. I just set up my booth and use it as a smoke lounge for the weed nerds to come and hide under the shade and chill and shit. I'll bring some bud for sale or whatever, and I'll bring the seed. No one really buys seeds in the middle of a festival. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nice. We'd be giving some away, at least having some testers to toss
Oh
out.
yeah. I'm bringing them all, but just small sales. This year's upgrade was I went to I'll show you. I ordered black tubes to put the bud in because even though it's 'cause I was using clear the whole time with this shit, but you can see through it, and even though it's on the table, the cops can see. The cops are like weird at this place because it's legally permitted, which is cool for me to go there and be able to sell my stuff, but they act weird sometimes. So like if I put the tube on the table, they can see it as long as they can't see what's in it.
Out of sight, out of mind. So I say.
Out of sight, out of mind, even though it's right in sight. It's fucking stupid.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. I got a good spot though, because I'm in the sponsor row, so I don't put the back wall and the banner up on my booth. I leave it open because right behind my booth is the like the field and the music stage. So like right there, perfect spot.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be one of those things though. The weather's gonna make or break it.
So, what you got in the garden? What am I looking at there through the door? Why don't you give us a little tour?
These things are gonna look bare ass because me and the wife just went through and stripped the fuck out of them. They ain't gonna be here for a few days, so less water, less humidity pouring off of them. Plus, they need to get stripped. But this is sour sage from Mr. Split.
It's sick.
Grew tall, but I'm not gonna keep it around because you can see it's like fucking it's stretched too much for my likings.
It's that big
This
bud, though, man.
This is darkwood, so I got a bag from North Star. The seed fell out of it, so I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker! I'm gonna grow the bud better than him." And so I sent a picture to Joel, and now he wants a sample of it. I'm actually gonna keep this around. I took a cut, even though it's in like a couple weeks till I pull it down. I'm gonna root it and re-veg it at the same time. This one's Shan's Potion. Big Trouble in Little China. The 6-7 demon bag or some shit.
You still running the super soil, water only, and all that?
This is big roots, but Smiley, you're gonna be proud of me. I'm reusing my soil for the first time in like 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So look at this. Feast your eyes on that big pile of furriness. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The mycelium's running strong in here. I gotta add that one. This fucking tote costs $80. Home Depot, 70 gallon.
That's a big ass.
What?
Yeah.
80, yeah, it's 70 gallon. It was $80 after taxes. You know, 70. It's got wheels on the back, wheels on the bus. So it goes around and around. Still cheaper than buying $500 cycle of soil.
Them other ones
This
are
one's
like $8 or $10 or something.
Yeah, that's a 27.
Yeah.
This one's Tri-Fi Sunday. It doesn't look like a lot. It's like Wi-Fi crossed with Sunday Driver. It fell out of a dispensary bud, the seed. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, because the shit was fire, but I know I could make it better, and I did. So I'm keeping this shit around. This is actually thanks to the My Herbs now, this shit's coming down in like a couple days. And then going in the machine. It's going to sit for not even a week, and then it's going into pre-roll and coming to Turf Town. This is going to knock dick in the dirt type shit.
It
So gassy.
Frosty, dude. I love the fade on it.
Let's look at it. The branches are weak though, so this thing needs like stakes and shit. Everything else is standing up by itself.
Sorry.
We got here. I got a bunch of Jelly Bean bubble gum. The Indiana bubble gum that you use, cross with Jelly Bean.
So Jelly Bean's the male in all them crosses? Is that right?
Yeah, it must have been.
I like it.
I can't even see the
That
tags
chili
on
by
that
lime
thing.
sounds sick, man.
Yeah, she used the Chernobyl cut. So it comes out super frosty. I don't even know what the hell this one is. This is purple turban, and I had to bust it and to snap it. This thing grew up over my head, so I had to bust a couple branches there. Super crop. Yeah, see, these ones are bare assing right here. They just got de-leafed hard.
Now them are all at different stages though, right? Like,
Yeah. So I used to just do a whole rum at once and trellis the whole rum and then run a rum at a time.
yeah.
Now I'm doing it like a row at a time. So like as this row comes down, I put a new row in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Except then you're always fucking trimming and always.
I'm always trimming. I always have a harvest. So I'll have a harvest every 2 weeks. And then I move a new row in every 2 weeks. So there's different stages of fun.
That's perfect. Yes, every 2 weeks or once a month, where you know what I mean, pulling something down. That way you're never stuck with a bunch of work. It doesn't become like a trim jail.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've done it both ways. I kind of been digging it, just having it. It
These are
does
the ones that are
be.
ready, obviously. Next up, they're fucking big too. These things are all going to be head height plants when they stretch. I just cleaned this room up too. Doesn't really look like I did anything, but they grow back fast. So I tell people, it's your number one job? What's your only job in veg? To grow branches. And your job in flowers is to grow the butter. I ain't fucking around growing these.
Yeah, I tend to pull a lot of too. But I do it as as like a training technique. So I've been doing that on the outdoor ones even too. The main cola as it comes up, like pulling them top leaves, man, it just fucking causes the side branches to go nuts. They go before you know it, they're all like the same height. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know for what you guys got, but over here, like August is that month where it's veg, but it's also that slow transition to flower. So like the shit's like switching to flower now, which is a little earlier than I would have liked it, but oh well.
Yeah, some of the more mature plants I got out there are churning are starting to show like a pre-flower kind of thing, but the seedlings I got are pretty young. They're pretty small. I planted them first part of July, so they're not even, so most of them aren't even a foot really. Like,
When I go and do my booth, I was doing like a gram and a half pre-roll for like $10. But then like I've been watching everyone around me do a 1 gram for 5, and I was doing 1.5 for 10. So it doesn't make any sense. So I actually just lowered I was like, I'm gonna charge $5 but do a gram and a half still. You know what I mean? Cut the price in half this year.
yeah, it's realistic. Everybody's doing that shit.
There's a lot that goes into getting a booth ready, Smiley. Pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it no more.
Yeah, fuck that shit. You actually make more money just chilling at home.
Right.
It's just good. It's cool to go out and meet the people, though.
And you almost got to have a lot of weight to move to make it worth the while, because otherwise it's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
pay a booth fee, and then you, even if it's $500, and you're already $500 behind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's like you got to give away your $500 worth of shit just to pay to be there. That's why you got to be a sponsor and just donate shit. Like Turptown, I did 150 packs of seeds. That was my payment for the to be in there.
Internet must be crazy today.
Yeah, I don't know, something going on. Sunspots or sun flares or some shit.
I seen something the other day. I didn't read into it, but it was like our first like super directed shot in a while.
Yeah, I thought there was like some big activity that happened just a little while ago, which probably is hitting us now. I don't know. Because wasn't the Aurora Borealis they were saying like last weekend that was visible way down into like Kentucky and shit, or like places that don't normally see it, like Michigan. It was all, we didn't see it, but it was supposedly visible if you were in a clear spot.
I ended up going to the
Yeah, there's been another big event.
I went to a Snoop Dogg tour. It was Snoop, Wiz Khalifa, Burner, Too Short, Warren G, and DJ Drama. And the music wasn't actually that great, but the fucking vibe was ill. It was just 19,000+ people just all smoking. It was an ill smoke fest in there. That was fucking pretty cool. And it's of all ages, apparently. Like those, I didn't know that was of all ages. So there's like kids in the middle of it and shit. It's like parents bad for bringing the kids to that, right?
That's what we were wondering about with like the Pink concert. Is it's in Wrigley Field, if we can bring some joints in, or like, I don't know.
No, yeah, I bring joints in everywhere I go, and if it's too shady, then I have to hit the vape pen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I usually don't like the vape things, but it's important when you can't smoke. Bingus, there's a bingus, a mingus.
Weed nerds, what's up? Miranda Farms, how are
What
you?
doing
Smiley,
good.
Smiley, Green
Mr.
Finger,
Robert motherfucking Green Fingers in the
Eagle.
house.
Bingus.
is he there? I don't see. Oh yeah, there he is. Green Fingers. What's up, man?
Whoop, there he is.
Kind of looking through the people, huh? Yeah.
Right? Feeling creepy, man.
Forgot.
You got to plug the peephole.
Oh,
Cheers.
geez, I kind of liked it the other way. It was
I hear that
just,
a lot.
just
I hear
kidding.
that a
Just
lot.
kidding. Just kidding, man. How you guys doing? Doing good?
Doing well.
Nice.
TGIM.
Is it Monday? I don't fuck, dude. I just discovered it was Monday a few minutes ago. I was lost. It's okay though. I don't mind. It's another day in paradise. Looks like Eagle's been out in the sun.
I'm out in the sun quite a bit these days.
Nice. Nice. I should say hi to the Weed Nerd World. Welcome, chat, or hi, chat. Welcome. Good to see you.
How's it hanging? Head first?
You can't smoke yet, can you? I was going to ask you what you were smoking on, but I think you're another, what, 60 days out probably before you...
Actually, I lied the last time I said October. It's September 24th. I was, again, time and space and I don't get along too well. So yeah, I'm counting the days, buddy. I've been taking gel caps and dude, they're kind of strong. I made kind of some strong ones. So I don't do it every day, but they seem to help as well. I must admit, cannabis just helps in reducing inflammation all the way around. So I'm going to be putting half a gel cap on my next run. I'll do a full 1,000 of the CBD, high CBD, and then I'm going to do like a 500 of the THC, and incorporate more cannabis.
Makes sense why you're not sure what day it is.
I never thought of that, but you're right. Yeah. Dude, they can really make you loopy, man. I mean, I was rushing really hard yesterday. I just sat at my desk and hung my head, holding it for about an hour. Not in pain, just going, whoa, what? You're like, oh my God, I'm fucking stoned. People would try to talk to me and I'd be like, this is the five where you can't, trying to move your arms and shit. I mean, it's like, wow. But talk about a good night's sleep. My God, I really do recommend
Because you can't play those games. They're gonna think you had a stroke or some shit. It's not funny, man.
Doctor, I put in an IV and it spurted out THC. What do I do? He's full.
Oh, shit.
We put the dipstick in and it was overflowing. So yeah.
So you can take as much as you want orally or
yeah,
edible, just not smoking because the
carcinogenics. Nothing beats the smoking high though. Quite honestly, I miss it.
Yeah,
I really do.
I mean,
I used to smoke a lot. I actually didn't realize, but I was getting like a low grade lung infection there for a minute. And when I quit, like for the first month, I was just coughing up really large snails, that didn't belong. They belonged on the beach, not in my lungs. And but now I'm pretty cleared out, ready to go, ready to clog it up again. Let's go. Like it. I talked to my doctors in Medellin. She was very pleased with my results and glad that I was not smoking. But she was in full support of the gel caps. I think I'm probably going to be sending her some, in fact. So get everybody involved in the recovery here. Why not? But I'm feeling good, man. No pain. My mind is, when it's not inebriated on THC, it's pretty damn sharp. I think I mentioned it. I didn't realize how much energy I spent towards blocking pain and not thinking clearly. So for all you out there that are in pain, I get it.
That's super cool, man, that you're not in pain anymore. That's amazing news, really.
It's yes, sir.
Because like you say, I understand it a little bit because I've, just through times in life or whatever. But yeah, the pain, if it's like constantly there, it's like a huge weight in your mental, like you can't even think straight, like it takes up mental capacity. Like you say, it's like brain power.
It's very limiting. I mean, it gives you it made me very insecure in certain situations. Just a lot of, I don't know, my confidence, everything. It kind of would play with it, just depending on the level of the pain. And I was in pain all the time. I mean, it wasn't, I would say I'm fine, because I've just gotten used to living with it. But my trapezius, even now, is very tense, very tight. But the nerve pain, no more. I can handle a tight muscle, all right? But that nerve pain was really really a disability. It really is. So again, anybody that's in that kind of pain, I get it. Oh, we lost Miranda Farms. Dang it. Like that guy. Oh, we lost Eagle. What happened?
We
You got bad internet or what?
That's still here. His is just looks froze all the time.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it is, Miranda. Dude, again, I like his room. It reminds me of my room a little bit. That room that we're looking at right there with the white everywhere, and
Yeah, he does nice work.
he does.
It's always the water only too. I dig that.
The Jeffro for 2069. Are you allowed to use a vaporize for your herb? I think that would be more of a carcinogenic, again, where you're burning it and not
You're not
ingesting it.
technically burning it, you're vaporizing it.
I don't know.
Right.
I'll have to ask my doctor. I'm not sure. But you burn it to vaporize it. You heat it, right?
It heats up at a really low temperature where it's not combusting.
That's
Right.
it's an angle. I'll check it out.
Didn't think about that either. I didn't
Well,
even think about that. I was like,
that's an
oh,
angle. I'll ask Valentina. She's on top of all this shit, man. She knows her stuff. Best doctor I've ever had, guys. I had to go to Columbia to find a doctor that told me what I do is good. Keep doing it. And it wasn't trying to put me on pharmaceuticals. She was giving me vitamins.
I was gonna say, no. Stop taking what you're doing and take our pharmaceuticals that we want you to take.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah. Ned says heads it without combustion. Dude, I'm definitely checking that out. Good suggestion. Thank you so much for that. The Jeffro. So now is vaping, do you get the same high as you get with smoking, or is it even a different high?
somewhat the same. When I used to vape, it was because I couldn't smoke in the apartment. So like it was for smell reasons, but it still smells weird. It smells weird, like burnt popcorn. But it's like it's like a different high, more of a clear high kind of. But you get really high. You just don't notice it like right away. You're like, I didn't cough. Wait, I'm hungry. Okay. It's working. It's working. Yeah, it works. You just don't notice it right away. It's like, what the hell?
That's awesome.
You change instantly though. Like when it's like, did you get a head change when you're smoking? When you're first starting out smoking? Like, yeah, you get a head change. So but that's about as far as it gets for me. Just that head change. Like, not getting high or stoned. Just getting where I need to be. It's just more medicine, I guess.
Jeffro uses the Arizer XQ2. I'm writing that down.
I used to have like 4 different ones, and I can't remember the name. One was shaped like a gun. Just like weird, big old bulky.
Ned says it's a cleaner high. All right. Well, maybe I won't have to cough up as many snails. That would be a good side effect. I mean, shit, I had 20 years of buildup in there. No wonder I can't run. My lungs won't allow it. Yeah. Cannabis. It's all good. Since I've learned that it's farm bill legal and everything, I'm pretty stoked, to be honest. It really when I left, threw my garden out of rotation. So I'm like, the cupboards are bare and everybody's knocking on the door. And I'm like, shit, hang on. It's going to take a minute to get the rotation going again. There's Eagle. And he's muted.
My internet is most certainly good tonight.
Kind of sucks a little tailpipe, huh?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
That's all right.
We got you covered, buddy.
Got a new addition to the family over here.
Really?
Yeah, I got a fish pond with no fish in it.
Oh,
And
you get it.
I finally got me a koi fish to go in there.
Are you going to
So,
do the poop fed cannabis?
No, because it's in my front lawn, so I think the cops will yell at me. But the water was fucking nasty, and I had my buddy come over and we pumped it out. I filled it with new water, and it got gross within a week. But I was preparing it. I got pond lilies, and like the roots they go in and like filter and clean the water, and then there's like an oxygenator plant that looks like seaweedish looking, looks like a Christmas tree branch, but not as like stiff. And those go in the water and oxygenate. And then I found on Amazon, it's fucking pretty sick. $14. It's a solar powered disc, and it like it shoots. It's got a pump in it, and it shoots water up like a little waterfall. So it's like I don't have to put electric over to my shit. It just naturally moves the water around. So that water right now is crystal fucking clear.
That's cool. No electricity, and you got a pump moving.
Yep, and we get the fish.
Miranda Farm never ceases to amaze. Yeah, I like your room, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, I heard you guys, but I couldn't talk because I got a phone call and it must have fucked everything up.
I hate those types of phone calls.
You missed my tour. Wasn't that
Yeah,
cool?
look, dude, it looks a lot like my room, man. That's what I'm saying. Is you got it all
Stop
nice.
copying me.
Yeah, sorry. I swear it'd be. Of course, I have everything on carts, but yeah, fucking nice, dude. You always do a great job.
Thank you. You too. It's called fucking sweeping and mopping and vacuuming and shit.
It's never ending, dude. I spend way too much time. I spend more time than I should just because I have the time to spend. But I sit and like I have a bunch of seedlings going right now, and I'll sit there for like hours and just stare at all the different characteristics to see if I can identify, like, okay, I crossed it with this and that. What can I see a little bit of that in here? Can I, and you can. It's I don't know. That kind of stuff gets me going. Pretty
The bean
weird. Really.
planter.
I like new life. They all come up uniquely different, and they all have something to show you, And if I could just continue to do that, I need more room, of course, and a helper. And then I'd need even more room and another helper and shit. I could just go on
We all
forever.
need more room.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Johnny? Oh, there you go. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, what's up, man? I didn't have any sound there for a second.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
Beard's looking good.
Yeah, that's what's new.
You got your Stevie Wonder glasses on, though, huh?
I was
Oh,
waiting for a tune
oh,
to start or
I
something.
just came in from outside, man. Sorry about that.
I was looking for a little Jose Feliciano or whatever. What was that? Is that his name? The blind guy that sings the Christmas Carol that I love so much. Jose Feliciano. I'm sure I got that wrong.
Johnny
Thank
came
you.
in hot like ZZ Top and shit. You know what I mean?
Came in hot like DZ Top.
Looking
All right.
good, Johnny. Looking good, man.
How's the neck doing? Neck doing okay? John, are you there? He keeps losing his sound.
Fine. I think it's everybody, to be honest with you.
Oh, damn it.
I can't get my earbuds to work. Damn it.
I've yet to try those. Do they? Well, according to Johnny, they don't really work.
I'm sorry, man. I can barely hear you guys the way this is set up here.
Well, now's the time to talk shit, guys. That's
right. How's everybody doing? Blessings to the Weed Nerd world.
Indeed. I can't complain unless you're a sympathetic listener. And really, since my treatment, I'm feeling pretty damn good.
So
Yeah, I'm
Smiley,
learning.
I got some of your genetics that got crossed to Jilly Bean going in my garden right now. A
Oh,
little bit of Gorilla Glue #4 cross the Hymac, cross the Jilly Bean.
so the Jelly Bean was the male, the pound owner?
Actually, no, they were both females. I ran the Jilly Bean at 11 weeks. And on the 11th week, it popped a nanner out and seeded that plant just a little bit, not a lot, you know. But, well, shit, man. Nothing like today is, you know, might as well grow it to see what the fuck comes out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Amen.
Man, it smells delectable already. Very Gorilla Glue.
Right.
I really liked your Gorilla Glue Hymac. That was a spectacular cultivar form.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
Really appreciate that one. So I got a report. I gave some of the squirrel tail away to somebody, the clone that I did up and grew. It gave me a lot better buds. They were a lot denser, more trichomes on it and everything. And the guy told me, he says, "Man, what was that last stuff you gave me?" And I said, "Well, that was Thai weed." And he goes, "Oh my God, that was so euphoric." He said, I couldn't concentrate after I took a hit of that. It was just like there was nothing I could do. So he was pretty impressed with that shit. That's pretty awesome.
That's always
Fantastic.
good.
Man. Yeah. I just got that news tonight when I was stopped down at the store to get me some stuff, some essentials.
Good news.
Did you clone it or are you gonna grow it again? That was like what?
I have more beans of it, just a few more beans. I basically what I did is I crossed it up to the Mendo breath, and I made squirrel breath out of it.
All
So
right.
now I've got I'm growing that one out right now too. So I'll find out what that one's like. You know, it's got some decent hits to it, I'm pretty sure, with the Mendo breath in it and everything. I've seen a combination of both the mom and the dad in two different strains.
Are you talking to the Mendo Loco? Is that what you
Mendo breath.
Mendo Breath? All right.
Yeah. That's the one with the fuck off project. Somebody sent me a Mendo breath and I got a male out of it, and it was gorgeous. The leaves were all dark purple, black. It had a crown of purple on the top bud. It was green with a crown of dark purple. So it was pretty impressive looking, and it smelled really awesome. And it was for the fuck off project, which didn't really take. I only got 24 seeds out of that plant. So I'm going to send them all back to SoCal here shortly and let him do with what he wants with it. And but I did get the squirrel breath out of it.
Sounds
It was
like
just
a
in
plant.
the same vicinity, and it got way more seeded than that one did. It was way more fertile.
Sounds like the plant said "fuck off."
Right? It told me to fuck off. Yes, it did. It sure as hell did. Didn't give me permission to do that. What am I thinking? What the hell was I thinking?
It's safe to say that Johnny has definitely caught the bug.
What was that?
Safe to say you've caught the bug, the breeding bug and the growing bug.
Well, I'm just I'm enjoying to see what I can get out of it. Maybe I can find something that's really awesome that I can enjoy.
See?
You know, so
See?
yes, I definitely got a bug out of this thing.
Good.
Much so.
Yeah. Plant got you.
Yeah, I'm growing all of the the Tao accident, when I had the blueberry cheesequake running, and that thing took like 3 months to show whether it was a dude. I already had clones running through the fucking room, and one of the tags slipped down the side, lost it, so it impregnated my whole garden. So I'm going to go ahead and run all those things, and it's going to be the blue blind, BLUEB apostrophe S, bloobs.
Good.
Not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be in my garden, but you know, it's still cool.
It's divinely guided.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Tao. You know.
Yeah. Tao's an awesome dude, man.
And that blueberry cheesequake, that one that he has, is, man, that's a spectacular cultivar. Really is. I'm glad he's starting to bring it back into focus again. So you got anything special going on there, Mingus?
Always.
Got some new stuff that you're playing with?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got Spartacus. He's always, walking around the garden with a heart on. So I had to satisfy him with, hit him with this sugar cake from Jungle Boys. Beautiful plants coming up there. I also hit him with the raspberry.
Oh, wow.
And
I like the raspberry. That was a nice one.
Beautiful plant, Smiley.
Yeah.
And that I got a very nice looking male out of that, and I hit that with platinum cake. So I got the platinum rascal Spartacus combo, and those plants are really looking nice. They're in the seed. I mean, they're.
Hope that's okay. I'm growing the Gorilla Glue High Mac across the Jilly Bean there, Smiley. Accidents happen, man.
My connection was bad. I was all robot over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out of it. I got 5 in veg right now, and oh my goodness, man, the smells that are just coming off those leaves are pretty impressive.
Oh yeah.
So, excited to see what comes out of those.
That's the platinum rascal Spartacus. One of them. Beautiful.
Nice, I love structure. That. Gorgeous.
Very nice structure. Yeah. Beautiful plant.
I like the leaves. Nice and fat.
Very. And they're all uniform. I mean, there's a little bit of variance, but I was surprised at the uniformity in this particular cross. So that's usually a good sign. So yeah. I don't even call it. I just put the initials of the strains involved on it.
It's the biggest nuts.
Yeah, after I get done playing with I just took some buds out of the Herbs Now dryer. This is LA Taxi. So I just took this down a few days ago. It's already ready to smoke. Love that Herbs Now dryer.
When do you get them?
What's that?
When do you get your herbs?
No, I said Herbs Now dryer.
Not later, but now.
Take it in the fucking dryer, man. That's when I get my herb. Yeah.
Close to now as you can get. It is good.
Thanks for that show, Eagle. I would have never known about this shit.
Me too, Eagle. I actually bought it on your word. Remember?
Yep.
I got that free Grow Boss Grow Bible.
I found a stack of those little flyers, those little cards the other day. I keep little things like that to remember, look back on and shit.
Reminiscing.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I
I
do.
stopped in and seen Grow Boss the other day.
How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good. He's doing all right. He's doing his thing. He was schooling a young lady on how to grow and stuff when I went in there, and everything he was saying was right on point. I was impressed. Guy knows what he's talking about. There's no doubt about that. He's just a little bit rude about the way he tells you.
What I was just gonna say, was he saying it politely?
Actually, to her, he was. It was
to her, yeah.
it was kind of a shock. It was nice, for a change to hear him be kind of sweet to the young lady. So yeah, it was good.
Robots.
Hung out there for a little bit, and then I paid for a little bit of cocoa core that I needed in my garden at that moment. He's one of the only grow places around now that I can go to. So there you go.
Legal cannabis shuts them fuckers down.
Well, I'm telling you, man, there's just, those things are just dropping like flies around here.
Yeah.
And I ordered some stuff from Build-A-Soil to get, I got half gallon or half cube fucking bags. The hell is that shit?
Yeah, you guys, I want to throw this out, man. Country Roots can supply a lot of the shit that you get from.
What was that?
Country Roots, right in Michigan here too. Like, I don't know how shipping is, but if you're in Michigan, he can get it to you probably a lot cheaper.
It'd be nice if I didn't have to pay for halfway across the country shipping.
Right. No, that's why we're spoiled in Michigan having somebody like that here.
Oh yeah. You guys got that shit right at the back door, man. That's awesome.
Well, I heard that if you go to the Michigan border, you can smell the weed. So I'm pretty sure they got a big market there. A lot of growers in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan is definitely getting quickly known for cannabis. At one point, California was the innovator, but I don't think California stands as the innovator anymore.
Not for top shelf, no.
No.
I don't think so. No, I don't know. I could be wrong.
You guys got a point there, though. It is spread across the country. Definitely.
I forget the young lady's name that she's from California. She seems to get some pretty good herb. You've had her on. God, I can't think of her name.
You talking about Truth? Truth 420?
Yeah.
Man, I smoked some shit that she brought out here when she came out to visit me. Some stuff she grew. Fuck, man, that shit was fire. A bean dropped out of it, and I tried to grow it. The motherfucker would not germinate. It sat in that cup for 2 weeks.
I'm having trouble right now. I'm wondering if it's too warm. I might have to reanalyze. Actually put a thermometer in there and see what's going on. But I'm having bad results as far as germinating. And it shouldn't be. So it must be hot. That's what I'm thinking. Must be too hot. It's hot here in Oregon, man, right now. We don't see this type of weather.
We got nice cool weather right now. We had rain go through. It's nice and cool.
Yeah, see, perfect area, really. Actually, Oregon, for the most part, when we're not in 90 to 100 degree days, is a great place to grow indoors. But I don't know if it's El Nino, whatever the excuse is. Our summers are getting to be a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it's some Spanish storm that keeps coming up here and messing up our weather.
Not sure of the science, but yeah.
When they first brought that out, I was thinking to myself, why are they picking on those guys? It's fucked up.
We're hoping they'll run across the border and become voters.
Right?
You know,
Hey, I'm gonna hop out, man. It's my chance to skedaddle with my internet connection, but appreciate you, Eagle. Appreciate Bingus, Green Fingers, Miranda, Johnny.
Later, Smiley. Appreciate you, brother.
keep it
Brother,
cool. Keep it cool, Smiley.
Yeah, peace out, man.
I'll keep you posted on those girls.
Yeah, do that.
Hey, you guys want to before? Oh, he already took off. I was going to show him the gooey bloobs in here. I'll show you guys that here real quick.
show me.
Yeah.
Gotta spotlight you, Johnny.
Trying to figure out how to turn this baby around. Did I get it? No. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this, I'm going to try to keep my fingers out of the picture. And this is her, gooey bloobs.
Yeah,
Nice.
frosty.
Very frosty. It's not super aromatic, but my goodness, is she sticky and looking really awesome. I'm really impressed with her so far. She just started giving me a little bit of creamy orange looking pistils in there. So that's really nice. And then this one right here is my PBK hoe right here. I don't know if I can get that in there or not. She's looking pretty nice too. And this one right here is the squirrel breath. This one right here is the one that looks more like the mom, the version of the mother. And these are going to be a lot thicker buds that were on it before. Already super sticky. Still has kind of that mom tie kind of smell to it. But she's nice. I like the way she's coming out there.
Looking good. Looking good.
I'll turn that shit around. You see me again. Huh? There you go.
Down below.
Here's bud.
Figure it out. You don't have
Howdy.
Cheers.
yeah, 4 and 8 foot.
Was that the carbon monoxide runner over there, Seth? Oh, sorry about that.
No. Did those re-veg and then go back to flower?
Yeah, I probably will take them down. They're for washing anyway, so it's a good thing when they re-veg because it just makes a lot of bracts or calyx and more resin. Yeah,
The buds open up again.
because yeah, if you can see, like this bud was pretty much on its way to finishing, and then a couple weeks ago it sprouted the re-veg up top here. So if I go too long where the bud's already pretty much finishing, there'll be more rot. Like, so this is the first year where the whole bed and the strains in it are for washing. But a few years ago, this happened to me before I washed or thought about washing it. And I remember thinking, yeah, if it does that revert thing, that's going to be good for the overall yield of the wash. Because I don't know if I'm showing this good enough. Yeah, there's a lot of bracts, or I call them bracts, like calyx, or it's like part of the revert. So, and It seems pretty like, yeah, this is a Don Mega, so it has a quarter of its GMO. So I think it will be a good washer, but
Looking pretty.
yeah. Yeah, the bed next to it is on its, like, it is not reverted. It's just transitioning. So
How's the season for caterpillars over there? Is it good?
well, it was, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of them. I sprayed BT, probably been a month since I had sprayed it, but yeah, there were, I needed to spray it. And I did it like twice in like a month period, and pretty much no, I don't see any
Oh yeah.
caterpillars. I Matthew Gates, who, you know, he's a IPM guy. Yeah, thing about BT spray, it's not as very, like, it pretty much only really works like in the 24 hours that you spray it, especially if you're outside in the sun, because it, what do they call it? The degradation. Oh, once a day of sunlight hits it, it pretty much makes any nerd or not active, because it's like a microbial thing. So it's not like you can just spray it once and then it works for, you know, you have to like kind of spray it a few times when they're active. It's mainly those moss, white and yellow moss, that, yeah, I don't see them usually around dusk. When the sun's going down now, that's when you see a bunch of them popping around. And I always have this old reservoir full of different mint that's been growing for years. And whatever's going on in here, if I rustle this, they'll pop out. And when the moss were active, oh, they were really active over here. So I think, well, like anything, they're seasonal. So the late spring, I think, is there around here when the moss were really active. Because now that it's, I don't like to spray, even though BT doesn't really damage too much. I don't like to spray once they're starting to put pistils or buds, but sometimes you have to, because if you, I've had those caterpillars later in the year where beautiful top buds, like, oh, looked great. You keep an eye on it, and then you notice a little leaf looks weird, and dig into it. Oh, the whole inside of this bud has been eaten alive by the caterpillars. They're definitely a thing. This property, for 10 years, we bred monarch butterflies. I still had my little outdoor project, not as much as this, but my wife, she was monarch breeder. Oh, BT was definitely like something I could never spray. Even the overspray or anything could wipe out the whole colony of monarchs. And for years I used to, like, I was joking, but it was mainly ignorance. I used to think that the caterpillars that I used to get were from her monarchs. And she used to always point out that, oh, monarchs will die with their eggs unless they can find a milkweed plant, which we had 600 milkweed plants in rotation for raising butterflies. But never were any of the caterpillars that were messing with me from her butterflies. And now that I've learned more, yeah, she was probably right. Like, monarchs won't lay eggs on cannabis plants. So the caterpillars aren't from monarchs, or they're not even really from butterflies, because most species of butterflies have a host plant and they only lay their eggs on that plant. And I don't know of any that cannabis is its host plant. But moss, oh, they'll lay them anywhere.
Pretty. Crickets. Yeah, what's up, guys?
That's gonna be a lot of work taking it down. Fuck that shit. I only got one plant this year outside.
Well, I have like a relative, whatever they call it, a chest freezer. And yeah, if I'm washing this, yeah, you got to cut it down and freeze it pretty much immediately. Bucket and freeze it. My one friend that does wash says, yeah, you can't just pack it into the freezer. You got to leave the bags kind of loose. You don't want to compact it while it's frozen. And yeah, I think I might have to get a bigger freezer.
Yeah, I got 2 plants outside right now, and they're both dying. It's just too intense throughout this main heat that we had. One of them died 2 weeks ago, and the other one's just about ready to fucking call it quits and throw the ball, you know, tap out, catch the next alien ride, you know, or something like that.
You guys watch that Paul Diaz fight? Any of you guys?
I did.
Yeah.
I watched the after though. I didn't pay for the review of that shit.
I heard today that he's going to make over $20 million. It was a no lose for Nate. In other words, he gets 50% of everything, win or lose. And so I don't even call it a fight. It's more of an exposition. You know what I mean? But he's going to make more than his whole career.
Yeah, but
The
Nate
UFC.
Diaz isn't even a boxer. He's not a boxer. And that's why he
wasn't much of a boxing match either, really.
Yeah, well, we take a MMA guy. First off, it's 37 and has seen better days. That's a pretty good payday. It was kind of a farce, but that's what a lot of those Jake Paul things are.
He's going to make more money than he's ever made in the UFC and all the years
The thing
combined.
about that Jake Paul guy is, yeah, it kind of all started with a sort of bullshit, but the guy can fight. He trains. He ain't messing around. But like if he got in there with a real boxer that's ranked in his own weight, they would destroy him.
Yes.
So it's like wrestling. I don't know. It's
Well,
like,
now they're going to do
popular.
they're going to do the MMA. I'd love to see that one because that's going to be kind of
And
a joke.
not only does it raise all this, I saw a thing that the sports book, which when it comes to fighting, people are hesitant to bet on bullshit, but it has numbers of like big time fights, even though like, did Nate really try? Nah, he got $20 million.
Yeah, why would you try? You're already guaranteed half of everything. It's an exposition. It's not even a fight. That's why I was like,
yeah. It's a shame that because I've been a fan of boxing and MMA. I'm not this Jake, whatever. It's a hype thing.
Well, I'm sure Dana White's not too happy because it's a distraction from his business. And I'm sure some of the boxing outlets aren't too happy about it either because it's distracting from real boxing. It's just a sensationalized
Well, didn't it all
exposition.
start like with the one that was the first and still probably the biggest bullshit hype was when Mayweather, a real boxer, fought
Conor.
What's that guy from MMA that he's kind of faded out? Conor
McGregor.
And wait, they weren't talking $20 million. We were talking Mayweather made in excess of $100 million.
Yeah.
And the other guy made, somewhere huge amount too. and it was like a farce, basically.
Pretty much. I don't know, man.
Kind of missed it. Like, as much as he was his own con man in a way, you missed the old Don King days, because as much as he put a lot of hype into his events, there were real boxing matches, and they had integrity.
Question to the chat. How important is flavor versus effect? Are you willing to risk a little bit of or flavor for something that knocks your dick in the dirt, or
Yes.
would you rather something that tastes good?
I'd rather have my dick in the dirt.
Yeah,
me
dick
too.
in the dirt every day of the week. But
I know some of the girls don't want to hear that, but yeah.
a lot of the strains in my world that are hyped, and we have to put more weight on the box of taste and smell.
The punch.
Like in our 5 strain production arsenal, we have this one Don Mega. It doesn't meet those terpy things that grape gas, apples, banana, cheetah piss, they all are hypey terpy strains. But it has like that full-blown stoniness that only few strains have. Some of my customers, it doesn't look as pretty either. It's like it's not as like Instagram worthy, we'll say. But super stony. A couple of my customers that are smokers, I know they're smokers, they just buy weed to smoke. Yeah, they appreciate that shit. But then some of my guys that are different classic customer,
the connoisseurs,
like, even though I say, it has like a super stony, that doesn't mean anything to them. They want that, like, stick your nose in the bag, impressive, grape gas or apple. Those are good too, but they don't have that stoniness that this one Don Mega one has.
I don't think we heard from you, Johnny. What's your thoughts on that? You're muted in case you do, when you do come through.
Yeah, when you throw up an idea, a thought.
He's enjoying that hit.
Nothing wrong with that. That's why we do it, right? That's what
He's trying to get his dick in the dirt there. That's what he's trying to do.
The question for taste or high?
Can you hear us, John?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Oh man,
we're looking for your opinion, buddy.
You're looking for my opinion on what?
Never mind. Next.
I wasn't paying attention, damn it.
I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to lose the high to get the profile, to get the flavor.
Before I came on here this afternoon, it must have been almost 2 hours. I was talking to Masonic Edgar, which it's been a couple months since we chatted like that, and we were talking about all these strains he has and the strains I have, right? And he's like a 30-some-year-old hash head, right? And it's all about terps to him. And like when I said, I had this, and I think he's like, there's this certain part of the stoner community, they don't rate the stone. It's all about that terp, especially those hash people.
They're telling me, and this is what I'm asking. This is basically the question. You take the effect out of it. Now you're telling me you can lay 6 buds across the table, and you can tell me by look, by smell, and by taste, maybe a dry hit, which one's the best one, and you're gonna bank on that one because of flavor versus like, all right, now I need to, you know what I mean? Effect being a factor in there. I mean, effect should be a factor, right? I mean, in judgment, if you're gonna judge,
right? Should be the number one factor.
Yeah, that's
Where,
how we do it.
all right, let's reword this again. Wherein out of look, taste, you know what I mean? Effect. Where should effect and versus taste, look, and smell? Where should effect fall?
Oh,
Number one.
damn, the taste should definitely be number two then.
Yeah,
You know what I
number
mean?
one effect.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
We're looking to balance the
But
endocannabinoid
I
receptors.
think if you break up eras into 10-year periods, go back to the 80s, 90s, 2000, now 2020, the last, maybe it's not quite 10 years now, but at least 5-6 years, we're taste or terps due to the market in general, like the hash part of it and just different inbreeders. Stone is like number two, and the taste and that is number one for the last so many years. It seems that's the criteria where
Right.
for most of my life, which I've been smoking since I was 15, no, like even weed that was Thai weed that was ugly or certain weeds, oh, if they had that stone, then that's what mattered. That people always appreciated the really irie, I call it irie or stony,
The medical
good
benefits.
weed that gives you a sense of well-being, not just a sense of burnout, right? And some of those strains also, and when you look at the market, like I'm black market, but have friends in the legal market, when they're choosing what to run, if it doesn't have or have history of high THC, like 30%, 28 to 30 some percent, and then even though they know that this 18 to 20 some percent or low 20 is like the dankest best weed from whatever, you can't grow that at a commercial level because it in California it sells in a sealed container, and the only criteria a customer has or not, they could take a chance on an 18 percenter, but most of them are going to say, well, what's the THC? And when you look at metric numbers, stuff that is lower THC doesn't sell through, even though it's like old school strain that everyone knows is really good. It won't sell through in today's market because of the and a customer, they don't even get to smell the weed before they buy it. So
Yeah.
it gets into names and like other things that are the selling point. Like it is a weird market that now that it's been going for so many years,
Name and numbers.
cannabis in general has moved toward it. Like, even though most of us home growers or small growers, so we're not dictated by that, we are in general because the machine in general and bottlenecking and kind of where genetics have gone is affected by the big commercial people. You know what I mean?
Fuck the commercial people, in my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah, no, my opinion, and that's the good way to word it.
Basically,
Look,
you're
you can't
growing.
really you can't really
Hang on a second.
list a bunch
Hang on
of
a second.
positives from
Hang on
them.
a second. Hang on a second. We're
Take a break,
growing.
buddy.
We're taking a plant and we're growing it medically, in my opinion, to balance out the endocannabinoid system. All right. So those that aren't using the product for that are recreational smokers and are probably exposed to the hype and will lean in that direction. And that's what gives the commercial companies their market. All right. But us guys, and me in particular, I'm speaking, I focus on medical patients, people that actually need, all right, the endocannabinoid receptors to be balanced in their body. And they want effect. They want medical effects. They're not as concerned. It'd be nice if it had everything, if it's just, it's a Bud Cup winner and it'll kick your ass. But for guys like us, I want the commercial market to keep doing what they're doing because it leaves the door open for us.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
slightly okay.
Okay.
Slightly why I ask. Okay. There is there's you know want behind the question. Now without diving too much into, I've had a fair experience in judging. Now, less and less do I see effect in the column.
So
Okay?
the
That's
cups
why
you're talking.
I asked. That's why I asked. Now,
Yeah. One thing is it's
hold
effect
on.
is very subjective.
No. This is very important, especially to what Abingus just said, because people are now chasing coupling winners for what is has the best effect, whatever. Now, but if effect isn't one of the factors in the judgment, isn't the whole thing now? What's the whole thing? A name game, a flavor game, a smell
Mm,
game?
Money game. It's a
Now,
money
if
game.
we take the whole fucking effect factor out of it,
It's a
what you know what I
money game because they create the hype based on the smell and the aroma and whatever's what where's the money? Who's the biggest commercial guy, right? They're gonna set the pace for that
right.
market. But now that you're telling me this, Eagle, that people are judging cup winners without the effect, that's kind of fucked up in my opinion.
I think so too.
There's
not in
plenty of
every
different.
category. I
I don't
won't
know.
say that. Some
Well,
categories there are
what
effect,
I notice
but
is that as far as like verbiage, vocabulary, when it comes to discussions like we're having, a lot of words and descriptions are used for terps, flavor, right? Like, oh man, the baby shit to this, it's like 1,000 different descriptors. But when it comes to like the effect, the very little discussion about it. One, it's very subjective, so right, but it seems like it's the least talked about thing about all the different weeds we're all growing. Uh, People can really describe the terps of their stuff, but a lot of people don't ever mention much about like the effects of it. And all weeds have different effects to varying degrees.
Now,
But
the other day, I gifted somebody some weed and they smoked on it, and it was some of the squirrel tail. And that one there, the guy said that he got a very hallucinogenic type of a trip off of it, off of the weed. And he said the other people that smoked on it did the same thing. It's not a pretty weed, but the effect is what it's all about.
yeah, and most likely that's like a weed that tests in like very low THC numbers. Like, so it has like
it doesn't even fucking matter what the THC numbers is
right.
to me. I think they're screwing the pooch that way when they're trying to play with the numbers like that.
Yeah. And there's science to build this on. Is mainly that old doctor, I think he died, but the guy from Israel that basically invented or wrote the white papers on the discovered the entourage effect. Okay, that was a big thing in cannabis when science understood that it isn't just it's the entourage effect of the whole cannabinoid profile, terps included, everything. And somehow our whole testing and our commercial market doesn't build off of that. They build off of like this THC number, which like enough information and people kind of know that some of their favorite weeds don't test above 20, but were the best weeds they ever smoked. And
exactly.
And
Zorro's in the chat room. He's done a lot of judging as well, Eagle. He was saying that his strains that he enters contests with are different than the ones that he actually serves up to his people in need. He's got 4 winners out of out of his competitions. So he kind of knows what's up there too, it looks like. So this is an interesting subject. Good one, Eagle. Eag. I'm gonna start calling you Eag now. That's right.
Eggs.
Eags.
What do you think, Miranda Family Farms?
You're muted.
I just did a giveaway. I don't know if you guys seen that in the chat. You know what I mean? That's how I do.
I'm kidding. I'm working here. What do you want?
I'm working here.
I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, effect is definitely
I had
effect is
some
definitely number
cannabis
one.
the other day that I had purchased, and I've noticed as far as not just when I purchased and stuff I've seen lately, the THCA count being super high versus like the last thing I had. It was like the THCA was like 39%, and the actual THC was 20 something. It was like mid 20s, which again, we talk about harvest or the high. That right there, those numbers tell me as much as we've always told new growers, fucking harvest where you want that high. Something like that with that high A number tells me they're harvesting super early for the heady high, which makes you feel like that's got a lot of THC, in it. So they're kind of fooling you a little bit there, as far as, and that gives you the THCA, the earlier harvest gives you that more feelingless high. You know what I mean? Where you can kind of repetitively smoke it a little bit more and get a little bit further fucked up than you would with the regular THC that has somewhat of a ceiling to it. So
yeah, and that trickles to the hash market, because one of the things that's pretty common amongst guys that wash and trying to achieve like a certain terp and certain yield, it's all about early harvest. Early harvest. Like most of the time when you're dealing with a hash maker, they're like they're suggesting that you do it early, not let it finish. Which, yeah,
that's
like if you
but
you can't, the highs. Yeah, so then a lot of that hash might taste really good and melt really good, but if you took it down early, the high that isn't in the flower, if you did that, isn't going to be in the rosin. Like, it is what it is. It's not like, oh, well, you could take it down early and it still makes rosin that's full spectrum. No, you give up some of that.
Medicine, if we're going to treat it like a medicine, and that's why cannabis is such a beautiful thing. It's individualized, just like we've told anybody that grows any strain. It's not necessarily what we consider right or wrong in that trichome. You know what I mean? As far as clear, cloudy, amber, it's how it works best for you. We can take the same medicine, harvest it at different times, and it will affect you in completely different ways. We're letting the market tell us what's best, how it's going to affect us, and then with them telling us, it will never be an individual, back to the individualized medicine.
And when you say the market telling us, that
Good
just
point.
basically means branding and marketing people
Means
that
money.
know how to take money and effort and turn it into belief and thought, right? Like yeah, that stuff works whether you realize it or not. Like, all this branding that is like, cannabis has been around my whole life. In the last so many years is when branding has become like this major role in it, to say the least. And a lot of that stuff is just noise, really, right? Hey, it works. It's a certain strain recognition, but
it's the standardized format for millions of dollars in the world. I mean, it's the money system.
Yeah.
It's all run on hype. pretty much. Like
Well,
the
at this
Jake Paul,
point,
like the Diaz Paul fight.
yeah,
That was a hype.
I
Big
mean,
hype.
it's been a few years, but
You
she
think?
did an interview on a show like 3 years ago, and I follow her on Instagram. She's like this New York girl that works for big brands. She's a marketing person. She has Ivy League education from marketing and branding, whatever, right? And yeah, through following her, you see how she signs a client. You always can tell when she's got a new thing she's pushing, right? And a lot of it, she's in New York, but oh, she's good at what she does. You see, like, oh, because a lot of times if you follow her, oh, you see the early starts of the first art and whatever. But 6 months later, it's like a name that's out there, right? And that's her gig. That's what she does.
She's an
Like,
influencer.
well, yeah, it's not like she does it personally. She builds the models that yeah, like sock accounts and what, yeah, there's a whole method to it, right? How much money are you going to throw at it, and bots and comments, and how do you get something trending, and or get, yeah,
Science.
there's
It's a fucking
professionals,
science.
and even when it comes to the schooling, oh, when you say you have a degree in it, yeah, there's people that have degrees in it from Ivy League schools. Yeah, these people are really good at it. You know what I mean? Like, there's educated thing. They go to school for 4 years to learn how to use all the tools
Twist the
to
bullshit.
take anything and make it something.
On that note, I'm going to make something for myself to eat right now. I really appreciate the time that I get to spend with you all. It's always a lot of fun. Thank you, Eagle, for doing this. And chat room, love you guys. Love you guys. Guys, take care. Cheers.
Take care, brother.
I love Bingus, like, because he's like an old outlaw like myself, like the outlaw mentality. It doesn't mean you break laws. It's just like a mentality. Like he has that. Like, I relate to things he says where he's got that old outlaw mentality. Might not be old. There's probably young people that have it too.
Street smarts, my kids would call it street smarts. Yeah, a lot of street smarts.
Well, there's one word
I
that
dig Bingus.
bugs
He's
me
got a lot.
when there's like shows that are like, I guess the cannabis legal market. A lot of people in it, they love the word industry. They call it the industry, like, yeah, I'm not down with that. Like, no, fuck the industry part of it. Like it, and if it ever becomes a real true industry, that's what we don't want, right? That's where like,
I want to
Budweiser or a certain company
I
dominates the whole thing.
I 100% love the cannabis community. 100% love the cannabis community. But the one thing I've seen lately that saddens my heart, and this is really true because it really what the lid talked about this for a long time now. There's a difference between the cannabis community and the cannabis industry.
Big
Cannabis
time.
industry is basically money, legal cannabis. But what legalization has allowed for it to happen here is we've allowed with a legalization to let fucking wolves run into the cannabis community and fucking tear up the medical system and just run amok.
Yeah.
You know, the cannabis community was built on medical cannabis. And now fucking legal recreational cannabis has just opened the door for anybody to walk in and hate and whatever. But they in hand over fist with the industry. The part-time smokers, the people that don't give a shit, hey, I'm here, I'm smoking, so I fit in. Always that way.
Eagle, I think we're losing you, bro.
Yeah, we lost them on my side. I thought I
But-
was just by myself.
Amen to everything he said, because that's it right there. The community and the industry.
I think
Like,
the industry just stopped them from talking.
and if you go and really like understand what is an industry and look at the industries that are
from
developed,
talking.
The industry's like, nah, no more ego. Like, nah,
most
you're saying
industries took like decades or longer to develop. Like the cars weren't an industry for a long time. They became an industry, right? Like what it takes to be considered industry. Cannabis is like trying to become like people are like already saying we're an industry when we're like in the infancy stages of like, wait, what about it being a business first? Or like, oh no, they just want to jump right to industry. Oh, that's where like most people in the community are like their hopes are that it doesn't become that, and right. And yeah, that's like why I look at it and go, yeah, why would you be, first off, if you have a definition for the word industry, cannabis ain't even close to being something you would call an industry. Okay. But it could become one. But like once you have this definition for that word, right? Yeah, like yeah, that's not a word to, no, you don't want to be an industry. Shit. I mean, I don't want to see that, but eventually I think it's just like it should, all these things should take a lot longer to happen than it seems like even in my timeline. I remember, okay, Prop 215, that was way back in 98. I had my first medical card, and that went on for a lot of years. It had its pros and cons, but only less than 5.5 years ago did California vote in Prop 64, recreational, whatever that legal thing means, right? And then I can't list one good thing that's come out of it. But I know of 100 things that are like not good about it. But I can't even say, well, I guess, yeah, the one thing that does matter is less, and in some places not, people go to jail for cannabis anymore, right? But there's still ways you can, right? That's good. But other than that, like if that's the trade-off, oh, that was a bum deal. Because yeah, and now that the industry's in whatever state it's in, to me it looks like the legal cannabis apparatus are like chickens with their head cut off, running around like, oh, every bad deal, lawsuits, more drama, bad numbers, things aren't like on the upswing, even though there's like $100 million investments and these major things. Most of all those have panned out and aren't really viable, which is like, yeah, how could that happen in just that many years?
Well, guys, I hate to just like pop back in and be like, oh, that's the end. But sadly enough, it is that time. So I appreciate you guys popping in and hanging out. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to Johnny. Johnny, cheers, fella.
And I'm sure you're on training. So what, you're gonna go run now, right?
Yeah.
All right, do good.
It's coming closer every day, closer, and I'm starting to. I will not bullshit anybody when I tell you I'm feeling it. I feel this a little bit. So, yeah.
Well,
Off to the.
you're doing it. That's all that matters.
That's funny.
All right, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out, chat. Peace
Yeah.
out, panel.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right.
Take care, brother.
All right,
Later.
you guys have a good week. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, buddy, for popping in and sharing your garden.
Yeah.
So,
Great day.
Eagle. Have a good exercise, go run. Getting those bubble guts before starting to get nervous on your journey closer. I'm starting to get nervous for you. Shit.
It's been a minute since I've called something like that out. So I'm gonna do it. I'll be there. So yeah.
Okay.
Win the draw.
Well, we'll be there watching. But shit, somehow somebody's got to go out there and record it for you. That video to upload on your channel, that would be badass. Watch you finish that race. Got to think about it. Get a GoPro, a couple of them. You know, be badass. Should probably do that.
Never know. Never know.
On that note, everyone go plant some seeds. Eagle, go run your ass off. Love you.
It's gone.
I don't got one to run off already. Peace out.
Later, bro. With that being said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this Monday episode of the Weed Nerd World. Thank you to everybody that participated. Have a great week. I will see you again Thursday night, maybe sooner if we get a fucking talking shit with Eagle episode together. Might see you a little bit sooner. If not, you can bank on Thursday. With that being said, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. And with that being said,